Hello and welcome to the club. I'm your host Mars, and this is the Upper 90 Club, a roundtable podcast where five friends long for February 22nd when the Columbus Crew kick off Cruisemas 2025. Until then, we're continuing our off-season coverage.
Whether you like it or not.
We've got a number of topics here to go through, but also just a good chance to catch up with you guys. With me in the club are Ben, Mort, Trey, and Haas. Say hey, guys.
Hey, guys.
Hey, Mars.
Hey, good evening.
Tip of the hat to all of you. I was surprised that I didn't get interrupted again.
Not yet. I'm gonna wait till later and then just drop it like midway.
I don't know how I'm gonna handle this anxiety.
Oh yeah, I know. That's why I did it.
Find some alternative methods. We'll figure something out.
Maybe a series of photos, maybe some coffee.
Yeah, it's a meditation app or something. Okay. All right. So what's new, Ben? We spent last week without you. We speculated that
Best week of your lives.
Do you have your doctor's note from last week? Are you able to produce?
I'll fax it.
Document?
What's the Upper 90 Club fax number?
42069
pound
90. Yeah.
90. Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
No area code though.
Don't need it because we're everywhere. And
so are you feeling better? What was your
honestly
affliction?
No. I'm on. Well, I have a sinus infection, but it was more. Yeah. So I'm on antibiotics. But I can go through all my ailments.
No, that's all we're gonna get.
I'll bullet point the ailments.
When you're done with that, give us an update on the U.S. men's national team.
I love talking about how sick I am. Here's where he was
because you got the hypochondriac award, right?
Mm-hmm.
For last year, and you're looking to defend your title. Okay.
It's going to be pretty easy.
All right. What about you, Mort? You're availing yourself of a wide variety of non-alcohol beers for this dry January. What do you got over there?
I think this is a new seasonal depression. It's just going over not drinking and trying to figure out what's good to drink. So, I'm drinking what I am. It's a good liar. So,
it's called a good liar.
It's called a good liar. I see.
Would you recommend for others partaking?
Absolutely.
In the, dry January?
I had it at a post New Year's Christmas party with Stacy's work, where I went to the bar and poured this in glasses, so I looked like I was as cool as everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
They knew.
Oh yeah, they knew. Because that was pretty boring.
And Haas, what NA option do you have over there?
Drinking Athletic.
Oh, you are
Run Wild.
If you can't be one, drink one.
Are you? You're not on a dry January, are you?
I'm just on a break.
24 hour.
Huh. We were on a break.
It's been 12 days.
Wow.
I've wanted to drink multiple times. So,
dang,
12 days. Wow.
I think I drank
so
Friday.
Before New Year's.
No, the day of. New Year's Day was my first day.
What is today's date?
It's
the 12th. Today is the 12th.
It is?
But if you're listening, it could be the 13th or the 14th.
Wow. Okay. That's
so in podcast days, it's been 12 days, but it's been...
Okay.
Yeah.
And Trey, have you ordered any steaks since the new year?
No.
Okay.
Maybe a mistake.
Just some White Claws. You know.
Oh.
So I'm rolling.
So you're here to party. Trey's here to party.
Oh, yeah. Little watermelon.
So has anyone ordered a steak pre-cut yet?
I told you on my cruise I asked for it. Did I not say it on the pod? I asked for it pre-cut, and my brother screamed at me. He's like, no! And the waiter's like, what do you mean pre-cut? I was like, cut it for me so I can just eat it and not cut it. And my brother's like, don't do that. Don't do that to him. Hey, sir, don't do that. And I was like, all right, man. I was like, come on. That was my New Year's resolution.
Yeah. You know, it's probably a good way to maintain the cook temp. You know? Doesn't it keep to I
don't know. It's a good way to get your food spit in.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Huh.
I've been watching a lot of Hell's Kitchen Las Vegas lately, and they pre-cut a lot of steaks on there.
Do they just cut it once so they show you what the inside
they cut it like 2 or 3 times.
What?
Gorn does it when he's checking.
That seems like a bad
cooks.
amount of times to cut it, though. Like, you're either going to
It's
cut
like a
it like
strip.
a dozen times.
It's like a strip. He cuts it like 2 or 3 times in a big, like 4 chunks.
Okay.
3 cuts.
But
then you have to
seems
cut
even
the
more
cut?
weird to me.
Yeah.
No, you just put it in your fork and chew it, like the end of it.
That seems
slurp it like a noodle?
weird to me.
That's what I was thinking.
You
If
just
cut
suck
in
on it.
3,
You just suck the gnawing on it.
I would
No,
specify if you guys do it, just make sure they know. It's like, I don't want this sliced because those bites are going to be too big. I want it diced.
Okay.
I want it
Can
to
you
be cut
dice my
into
steak
bites
for me?
I imagined Ben asking like his waiter to cut it. Like the steak came and he was like, "Can you cut this for me?"
I like put my hands inside my shirt like I had no hands. Like, what am I to do? And he
You
has to reach.
specifically, not the chef. You.
He reaches around me like he's showing me how to like swing a golf club. Like, here's how you cut it.
we need this season to start, guys.
We lost Mars.
We're continuing. We're continuing on the story from our New Year's special, right?
Yeah.
I mean, this is we're
catching up with you guys. I'm just catching up.
How did you learn how to cut a steak? Well,
I'm just catching up. Okay, well, let's get into the crew topics. Ben, I see you here say it says resign Hagen. You want him to resign?
for those out there who aren't concerned about punctuation, yours truly.
No, there's no punctuation problem.
issue.
That was
Don't
just
you
a
just
joke.
put a?
It's Hagen. But go ahead.
Did you put a dash in resign? I just put a dash.
No, I was just joking. I think you're fine.
I'm not convinced. Is resign also resign?
Yeah, I think so.
English.
I was just explaining the 2 different types of revolting to my kids.
Just jot
It
down.
didn't work. They didn't understand.
Jot down cut 2410 on your page there.
And then I write it. I just draw a little picture of a steak. Cut the steak. Now, re-sign Hagen. I thought that was real talk. Didn't see that one coming. I thought he would bail, right? Unless they're thinking Schulte leaves, because I feel like he walks on to half the teams and starts.
No, he's great.
He's an international and he's really good.
You think he wouldn't want to resign?
Yeah.
Two things though. I think he's happy here. I think he seems like a guy that is enjoying his time in Columbus and be part of a good team. He got quite a bit of playing time because we're in a lot of different tournaments, right?
I know.
And then also, like you said, Schulte is going to be either sometimes probably away on international, right? Because we sure as hell going to have the same issue this year as all other years with the international breaks. And then maybe in the summer too, Schulte might have an opportunity to go overseas.
But Hagen also goes.
Yeah,
He also gets called up at the same time. That's just weird.
That is true.
That's why we have the Eddie Gavin Jersey Award.
But he was extended through 2026 with a team option for 27 and 28. And there was a quote in here where he said, "The culture within this organization is truly unique and special and is somewhere that I want to continue to grow. I'm eager for what's ahead and can't wait to keep striving for more trophies with the crew."
I mean, it's got to be, with Nancy and everybody and all the things, like, people have got to just love playing here, right? Because no one is left.
He's kind of in the clique with the South American guys, like you've seen that he has a great relationship with Cucho, and so I think he's like great locker room presence, and just I don't know. I think that he's bought in. So, but I hear you. He's good.
And we extended Evan Bush, and I think we still have Romero. So I think from a goalkeeper perspective, unless somebody get injured, we should have like that triple, quadruple coverage that is going to be required this year.
Do we still have Romero? I thought he was just loaned for a season.
I don't know. No, I think maybe it's the next summer. I think it's still a part of our squad. I haven't seen anything else, have we?
Yeah, I haven't either. That's interesting. I don't know. I think that's a super positive. When I saw that, I wasn't ready for it. But speaking of not being ready for it, we actually have an actual signing, a new guy.
What?
Mort, will you take a swing at this one?
Yeah, dude.
What, the name?
Yes, he's Finnish.
His name is Lassi Leppäläinen. Is that correct? I don't even know if that's correct.
I have the pronunciation.
Exactly how they write it out. Yeah.
Yeah. Lassi.
Leppäläinen.
That's what he said.
Lassi.
No, he said Lassie. It's
It's
Lassie.
Lassi.
Lassi Leppäläinen.
So you asking me like Scandinavian knows what it is. The Finnish speak like a totally different language than everybody around them.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's entirely different than Swedish, Danish, Norwegian. It's actually closer to like Bulgarian or Hungarian. One of the two. I don't know what the difference is.
One of those Garyans.
Yeah, one of the Garyans. Gary.
One of the Gary. Man.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
So what is he? He is a 26-year-old winger, which is interesting. So I'm assuming winger, is that outside back maybe? Or striker? I don't know how he was. I mean, he's had 9 call-ups internationally for Finland proper, like the men's team. So that's
Prefers the left side. He's right-footed, 6 foot, 170 pounds.
right-footed left side, so he cuts in. All right, and he was with Montreal on loan from Bologna. So, I mean, Bologna is a solid club in Spain. And then Montreal, he had, last 2 years, he's had 60 appearances and had 5 goals. I don't remember him from playing him, but...
Well, he's been there since 2019.
Yeah.
His best season and the season he played pretty much every game of the season was the Nancy season there.
Yeah. Interesting.
2022.
Yeah. So I don't know if he've had some injuries and things like that too, but he played a little less this year. So might be an opportunity for him to find, if he wasn't injured, to kind of find his groove, and he knows he can play well under Nancy and is one of those players Nancy probably trusts. He knows what he's going to get from him, right?
Yeah.
So we need some roster depth. So if we need someone to cover, when we're going to play Wednesday for a while again, and go to Real Salt Lake and play with the B team, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Have they released more of the schedule yet? I haven't seen anything with all the tournaments and whatnot.
Well, they only have released really our schedule for the regular season, and I guess they've showed what the brackets would look like for the CCC, but I haven't seen specifically the dates. I might be wrong.
I thought those dates were out.
I don't know.
No way to know. No way to know.
Impossible. But yeah, I mean, I think if he played with Nancy had a good season with him, I'm totally fine with that. I mean, we did lose Yeboah, which he did barely play, but I mean, that's the left-sided winger, right? But we also
looks like our first CCC game will be on March 4th.
March 3rd, Monday before.
I see the 4th.
So a week and a half after we start.
You see the 3rd.
Because we play on March 1st against New England.
Okay.
So we start out playing multiple games a week. Well,
in a meaningless tournament, yes, of course.
Oh yeah, got Groucho Marx down there.
It's not meaningless. Although if we win it, it would be a long time and in faraway lands that we would play for a Club World Cup, right?
Right.
The Club World Cup.
I mean, if it's between C3 and Leagues Cup, I would take C3.
Oh, 150%.
Yeah.
Because we were arguing earlier
Although,
about
as
Open
you said,
Cup again.
Yeah, as you said, Ben.
Yeah.
They're kind of the same, aren't they? I mean, it's the same pool of teams. Leagues Cup and C3.
So we got into it today about Open Cup again because
new topic.
No,
EPL
FA Cup.
We're moving on from Lassie.
Yeah. Good signing, probably, question mark, but probably, because they know what they're doing.
Yeah, see if he can finish.
Sorry, I'm here for business. Discord Echo, it's Discord Echo, it's Discord Echo, it's Discord Echo.
discord.gg/crew96.
That's discord.gg/crew96. Join today.
Let's talk about the Open Cup.
Just for a second, because we're watching the EPL, and good on United
EFL.
today for beating.
Just say
Well, yeah, sure, whatever.
it's the football league, not the Premier League.
Whatever. To potatoes, tomatoes. And Tottenham ended up playing a team from the 5th tier who's like 19th, who's almost at the very bottom. And it was super fun to watch. Like they almost lost, right? Like beat Liverpool last week.
Almost lost. Yeah.
Arguing should have lost. But I mean they're playing against a team who like all these guys have regular daytime jobs, and there was a ton of media around it. It was awesome.
Like they're in IT, for instance.
Yeah, well,
like
no, one guy
troubleshooting a router by day, and
one guy sells sandwiches outside the stadium and out of his car. Like it's crazy. Like
I don't know if that's
on game days.
You're really winning me over with this talk of like these hardworking individual non-professional players that almost beat a team of professionals. This is riveting.
I think when it all boils down to it, what I would have liked to have seen is like something like C3, which is a regional cup, and then a domestic league cup. And that's all we should play for. Like Leagues Cup, Campeones Cup, all that should just go away. Like it would make more sense if you have a domestic cup and you have a regional cup.
Yeah, like CCC.
Exactly. Those are the only two that matter. And then your actual league.
But both Leagues Cup and CCC are regional.
Yeah, that's
They're
the
pointless.
problem.
Yeah. So, and I'm not saying...
I buy in that argument too. And to your point, Ben, it started with me kind of commenting on that Tottenham game and talking about how fun it is. And we saw the clips, for Men in Blaze who were posting from like that little stadium they've had.
12 posts from just that Spurs game, and there was only 3 in the Liverpool Spurs match.
Yeah, it was like from inside the locker room for Spurs, which is a little like a shipping container or something like that. And it's and just how the town is coming in there, everybody's there to watch this big game, and this is the biggest game of the year for this team, right? It is fun, and we could make it much more like that. But part of that is the fact that it's not really, MLS really have killed it.
Yeah,
I want it. Not a priority.
So what you're saying is scrap one of these regional tournaments
and then focus
play
more
the
on
Open Cup.
Embrace it more.
But also don't do what they do over there. Like allow us to play like Crew 2 players or like a B team. Also have them play a bunch of games beforehand, and also don't just put it in the middle of the week where we have to travel. And I also understand that like playing Spurs traveling like 20 minutes to play a team and us going to New Mexico on a Wednesday is completely different.
Well, I keep it more regional in the start too. I mean, make it so it is almost a more of a regular occurrence that we play Pittsburgh Riverhounds or
that's how it was.
Detroit
Pittsburgh, Detroit, Indy 11.
Yeah.
For people who don't know the details of the Open Cup, this is a tournament that goes on concurrent to the regular season, and it includes MLS teams, which is the USA and Canada's top tier league, as well as USL
and more. I mean, there's many ways to enter it. Actually, there's Sunday League team I was on was a couple of games away from qualifying to play the first round in the US Open Cup.
Okay.
Because
and those teams kind of face off like before there's any MLS team.
MLS doesn't join until like the 3rd or 4th round, I want to say.
Yeah, I think that is correct.
Yeah.
Well,
but the second tier, now remind me, and this has changed because the MLS Next Pro is a new league. I think this is their 3rd year. Do the second tier teams compete in the Open Cup?
Not currently.
Okay. So
I think that's what they were proposing last year.
Any team, I feel like they talked about it. So like any team that has a first tier MLS team that also has are there any Next Pro teams that don't have an MLS club associated with them?
Yes.
Yes, there definitely is.
Yeah, it's a few.
It's about
50% of them.
Rochester. They have one.
No, Rhinos actually just discontinued last year, which
Chattanooga.
Chattanooga should be
Huntsville.
national. Oh,
Okay.
Huntsville.
There we go. Yeah.
Those are next pro teams.
Yeah.
I don't know,
Carolina Core, because there's also Crown Legacy.
Yeah. I have a lot of issues in terms of. I wish the Open Cup was well. Let me take that back. I wish the Open Cup was a better tournament than what it is.
Yeah.
And that's not on the teams participating. That's on the structure and the marketing and the TV and the scheduling and everything else. But here's also the other problem. You're talking about watching the EFL. So when Tottenham played Liverpool, what was that tournament?
That is that's like one of the other like domestic ones that they
Ding,
do.
ding, ding.
That's
There
the
you
Leagues
go.
Cup.
Nope, it was Carabao Cup.
No, yeah, it's like the same.
It was
basically.
Carabao Cup, and then today's game was an FA Cup game.
Yeah.
Once again, it just goes back to, and these are bigger tournaments for the smaller teams over in England that I don't
Having
give me
both
to
of
care
those
about
tournaments is also.
By the way,
super
Carabao
valid.
Cup is the Leagues Cup. They're just sponsored by Carabao.
it. Exactly.
I'm just saying that.
All I'm saying is that you have
No.
teams
EFL Cup.
in multiple divisions over there that have pro-rel, that have a chance to move up the pyramid, who are known teams in their cities. We're talking about teams that have only been around for 2 or 3 years coming and playing.
Sure. It's
And-
different. It's not apples and apples for sure.
It's not okay. Well, here's another oranges to apples scenario.
Donkeys to horses.
Why? Yeah, donkeys to horses. Why do you think we don't care when Ohio State plays any other team from Ohio? And there's one answer to this.
So the issue is you don't, but a lot of people do. You are in the
128
minority.
and 0. 128 to 0. Ohio State has not lost in 128 games.
Yeah, but people.
But Columbus Crew lost to a USL team.
No.
Last time we were in the cup.
Brentford
which is
lost
fine.
this year.
Except for the fact of why we're not playing. They're not prioritizing it. They're not making it a marquee. Ohio State, it's one of, what are we now at, 14 games? So it means something. It's part of the schedule. It's part of the regular season. I understand that. But if you're saying, why don't you care about Ohio State playing Bowling Green after the first quarter? Well, because it's probably 35-0. And why don't I care about Farmington playing Tottenham? Because it should be. And if you're going to say
Appalachian State,
So
remember that when they beat Michigan?
The hole in your
that's
theory is
I love watching my team almost lose to a 12th division team in England. That's fun.
it was fun today. It was awesome.
Yeah, I liked it.
Sure. I wouldn't like watching that. I wouldn't enjoy going to watch that.
That's an opinion.
That's fine. I don't.
will say
you're going to say, okay, let's go watch
Okay, but
Otterbein play. I think
that's
fun.
on the surface. You're talking about this from also just from a strictly entertainment view, right? I think it has much more to do with the spread. The same reason why we kind of playing in Cleveland, I guess, too. The spread of soccer interest and for the game, for money, for some of these smaller teams as well. I don't know if that brings in a whole lot extra for Riverhouse.
What I like to spend my money on is watching my team play good competition in meaningful games.
Yeah,
That's what I like to watch.
Yeah, I get that.
That's what I want to spend my money on.
But the small clubs won't help soccer. That's a part of one of the only reason you have that cup go all the way down the league is because of tradition, one of them, but also because it does spread the wealth around.
Maybe it does, but you
big...
can't tell me us sending 4,000 people to Pittsburgh or Akron to watch a game is financing their entire payroll. We're not Tottenham. We're not Liverpool. We're not Ohio State going to play one of these small teams. I don't disagree in those other scenarios. In the Open Cup, it's literally us sending maybe 500 people to Detroit.
Yeah, but they will
not
sell
making
out.
their
They will
payroll.
sell at a stadium that they probably don't sell out.
I think you're arguing what
that's not 20,000 people though.
You're arguing like what it currently is, and I'm arguing like what it should be and could be.
I'm arguing that watching good teams play other good teams in a division or a division maybe one below is it can be entertaining. But if you're saying I want to watch fifth graders play high school seniors, that's not the same. They're not even on the same planet.
Shoot, we lost to Pittsburgh Riverhounds. We lost to Cincinnati before they were an actual team. That actually helped them become a team.
Didn't we lose to Detroit?
We lost to Detroit. We
lost
to Dayton
Cincinnati
Dutch
was
Lions.
Cincinnati, but these are USL teams. I have less of an issue with a USL team if they'd prioritize it than I do.
But in reality, that's pretty much all you would be playing, though.
Right. And
to a degree, there's some over that. There will be some more Cinderella up and above that, but.
I'm saying I had fun watching it today, and it got a ton of attention, and it was all over online. Maybe try to do that, MLS. I mean, how they're doing it is definitely like garbage, and it's not that. Like, if we played Pittsburgh Riverhounds, no one would care. But
this guy with an iPhone holding there, I remember the Detroit game. There was like, there wasn't even tracking back and forth. It was like in proper sound. They're like, it was so bad. The coverage from that game.
Oh, Spurs were on ESPN.
Breaking up and the internet went down. I mean, it was so.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
I think you can both be right. I mean,
it's 100%.
No.
The competition.
I'm right.
Mort's always right.
We need a sting
the competition. The competition disparity is not compelling, and I'm not going to launch into like why I roll my eyes at like the first 3 or 4 games for every OSU season where it's like, how are they selling 100,000 tickets to just watch them wallop these, no-name teams kind of thing to pad their schedule. So like, I'm with you there, Trey. Like, it's less exciting to book some team that's couple leagues down against our team. But I think I also agree with Ben long-term, in 50 years or whatever, I think you have to build that groundwork to see this sport grow in this country, and you can't do that without having it be everywhere and encourage engagement and
just get rid of Leagues Cup. What do we
play
doing?
between all those all those teams? Yeah, Leagues Cup could go away.
Been there, done that, won that.
Yeah,
totally.
There's 2 names on the trophy now, very illegibly written.
Put like a crescent moon above our logo.
I forgot about the writing.
Yeah. Anyway,
so
this was we added this topic just because you guys were fighting about it on the text thread. But anyway, what else we got in crew news, Ben, in the last week?
Well, I noticed when I was like scrolling down through, I kept getting ads for Onside Major League Soccer. It's an Apple documentary. Has anybody seen this?
I watched the preview for it.
No.
Did you? Tell me the preview. I haven't watched any of it. You had.
I don't know what it's about.
It had Ricky Puig as the main guy, and
we
I'm
got
like
Ricky Puig, and he says something about all you have to do is prove you're from Barcelona or something. I don't.
Okay.
I don't know what the purpose of the documentary is.
Are we pro or anti Onside, the Major League Soccer documentary?
I don't know. You said this one on Apple. It might be Apple's way to try to get out of the contract, because apparently nobody's really happy with how that is working right now. That's what I've been reading a lot about is the
MLS
viewership.
through Apple. I have no problem.
MLS is not happy with how it's been growing with the using Apple. I'm happy enough having it because we have it. The problem is the fewer eyeballs on there. So the year they actually got Messi, had a chance to like put it on TV and get a ton of people watching it. It's locked down. Oh, I'm sorry.
This was the first thing I said about the whole Apple deal, and I don't want to go down a rabbit hole, but my opinion needs to be heard.
Yeah,
and it has been steadfast.
I'm good.
And I think the contract is
just going back to the point I just made about growth of the sport in this country. It's like, okay, so you have a pay to view, not just a service like Apple TV or whatever. The MLS season pass is an a la carte purchase. So the only people who are going to pay for it are the people who are already seeking it out and wanting to watch it. And your ability to acquire casual new viewers is extremely
But they do like a free game
right?
every once in a while, but like you have to be. I think
It's
you have to be
so
subscribed
dumb.
to
Apple
Apple
TV.
too. Yeah, you have to have Apple TV.
Like when I'm talking to people, because I mean I don't know if it's televised publicly in Columbus or in Ohio or if it's all on Apple, but like in Chicagoland, you can't put on the TV and watch The Crew. But like I talk to people, there's all kinds of people from Ohio here, and I evangelize The Crew. And like a guy on my street, I'm like, hey, you gotta watch this Crew Cincy game. And he's like, how do I watch it? I'm like, I'll add you to my family plan for the week.
What's your email?
Yeah, exactly. Like, because there's actually no possible way for you to watch this without like spending money.
Word of mouth.
Like, yeah, it's insane.
NBC bought the rights to like the noon game on Saturday every Saturday, right? So whatever last game is on Saturday, they usually play for free just over the air. Like I have a HD antenna and I just like get that like 12:30 game every single time. I wish they would do that.
You're
like,
talking
for what
about
sport?
EPL.
Yeah, whoever, okay. Yeah, the English Premier League. Like whoever's on at like that noon game, which is their night game over there.
But we don't have that in the MLS. Everyone plays at exactly the same time.
And that's the challenge, right? So most people don't believe that neither MLS nor Apple will ride that contract out to, I think it's 2029 or whatever it is.
Yeah, they'll wait and reevaluate as soon as the
hey, we've got some non-7:30 games. We've got a 2:30 p.m. game at home in March. We've got a 4:30 p.m. game at home. Well,
they didn't do that the one time. It was really
it's not at home because it's in Cleveland. So,
okay. Oh,
but a 4:30 p.m. game in Cleveland.
Oh, cool.
I've just never understood when they went to this, why didn't they do, an East Coast, West Coast thing? They could have done back-to-back games.
Yeah.
And you run us at 7:30 and them at 10:30 or whatever
that's
may
what
be
they
out there.
do, isn't it?
They do to some extent.
To
they
some
try to get
extent.
as many games as they can at 7:30 for the roundabout show.
Right.
Yeah.
Like it wouldn't be that hard to, I don't know. I don't have a problem with the Apple stuff, but like Mark, do you guys remember before Apple though, and
Bally Sports,
and even before Bally Sports? I mean, if you're not on the regional stuff, you're really not getting this stuff.
I forget how I was watching it.
Yeah, I could watch it because
someone's login.
Yeah,
my
someone's
company
cable
didn't have
login.
Bally.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Ben's dad's cable.
I tried to watch Spurs this morning and he changed the password and he wouldn't answer his phone. Or no. The highest state game. I was like, oh no, it's not Grandpa 6. I don't remember.
This is what happened with my mom was here for the Michigan game, maybe over Thanksgiving or around then. And like my stepdad is like, I gotta watch the game. I don't care if the kid's birthday party is at the exact same time, And like, it was like, we have to get the game. And I don't know how to like watch Ohio State because I don't have cable. And I was like, I used Ben's dad's cable login
100%.
so that my dad could watch the Ohio State game in Chicago.
Good.
It's so messed up.
The password was your
Anyways.
stepdad's name.
But I know. We have to. So homework for next week is to watch the Onside Major League Soccer on Apple.
I don't think it's out yet. It was like a minute and a half preview I watched that came out 3 days ago.
So when it releases, if it's
Hopefully
this
it
week,
comes out in
homework is the
February,
same.
so you don't have to watch it sober.
Yeah, true.
I'm also still waiting on my login for MLS Pass from the Crew for my season tickets.
Has it expired? I haven't been in.
Yeah, my other one expired, I thought.
Interesting.
Did not realize you even got a free thing with the whatchamadang.
Comes with season tickets.
Yeah,
with
season tickets, you get it.
You
So
get
you need
what
to do an
now?
invest
Bit of a
like
BOGO.
little bit of $1,000, and then you have to have Apple, and then you
Get a free
get it
$100
for free.
For every $1,000, you get a $100.
We'll be right back.
This episode of the Upper 90 Club is brought to you, as always, by Supporter Supply Company. Hi, friends, this is your good pal Morgan Hughes, here to talk to you about a serious issue facing 96% of all crew supporters in Columbus. Why, not enough free shipping, of course. For a limited time now, through the eventual heat death of the universe, Upper 90 Club listeners can use the promo code Upper90Boys. That's boys with a Z on the end of it, at checkout for free delivery on absolutely any order over $10. But Morgan, what if I order $10 worth of stickers, or those goddamned buttons, or some other combination of small items that make you want to kill yourself? Will the free shipping still apply then, even as you curse our family, while you package up our little tiny annoying ass order for us? Of course it will. That's just how much we here at Supporter Supply value our friends at the Upper 90 Club. So head on over to supportersupply.co and use the promo code Upper90Boys. That's boys with a Z at checkout for free shipping on all your orders over $10. And don't forget to tell them that your friends at the Upper 90 Club sent ya.
We're back. We got more to talk about. I want to talk about the Run Club. This is our first full week since the new year.
Ooh.
I was not able to do anything with the family home over holiday break, but I got back into it, man. I've got my new, I was talking about 80-20 last week.
That's right.
So I put up my biggest week ever in miles.
What? Did you run outside?
No, straight tread. One day I was outside.
Yeah.
Damn.
One day I was outside. It was all ice. I didn't know it was going to be ice, and it was.
You're
And it
skating?
was,
I gave you a proper kudos this week, too.
Thank
by the
you.
way. I heard some
Wow.
criticism about my lack of kudos.
You don't kudo a lot.
I kudo all the time.
Stacy kudoed me. Take it.
Stacy is a kudo whiz.
Yeah. Okay, so let me go through this, and then I have a couple other things to say about the Run Club. Chase mentioned last week. Welcome to the club, Chase. Chase put up the most miles last week at 41.4 miles. Kevin Thompson, for some reason, couldn't put up an extra quarter mile, so he's second at 41.1 miles.
It's still a lot.
Stacy's at 40.8.
She was close.
Congratulations, President Stacy. I am in number 4. I made number 4, 36.1 miles.
How many are you running at a time on a treadmill?
6.
The treadmill.
That 6 is about my max before I'm
so
like, everything
boring.
hurts.
I can't do it.
I'm not going to do it forever. It's just because it's all ice here. I will run outside when the ice thaws.
It's pretty
but
bad.
Mine
It's
was
been
all
bad
outside.
here too.
Anyway,
Just saying.
more to announce on top performers here. Chris at 35. My sister, Mindy, 34.5. Greg, 27.
Still a lot.
A lot of 27s. Michaela and Francesca. Anyway, all this is to say, I love this community. I was going to post before we got on here, but I didn't have the attention span. I want to hear some running stories. You know, it's like I don't have many stories because I was just on a treadmill all week, but I would love to hear like what, you know, what's going on out there. So post in the club, and I want to share them with the pod. So, yeah. And then we had, I mentioned last week, Floor Deca put up the most time. I want to see who's, Kevin. Kevin was out for 8.5 hours this week. So keep it up.
That's insane.
Yeah. And thank you, Mort, for the commensurate kudos.
Yep.
I feel like
You're welcome.
I feel like the extra effort I put in would not have mattered if it was not noticed and acknowledged.
I don't know how
by
Facebook
you.
works. I can't find the thing anymore. Daggone it. All right, shout out while we're on it. Jeffrey Reevely. I don't know how Facebook works, and I think I told him that in his message. He was trying to join the Run Club, He's out in DC.
Yeah,
I was
Facebook
like-
is changing.
I click on message and it's not there. How does this work? What's it doing? I don't know, man. But
It's
yeah,
all
it's just
becoming
it's
Truth
all on
Social.
it's all on Strava. You just like join it. It's free. But if you want to give
Yeah,
us money,
so we're burying the lead here. We have a run club. It's called the Upper 90 Run Club. You go to Strava. It's an app that tracks your runs or walks or hikes, and just type in Upper 90.
Crawls.
Bikes.
I mean,
bikes?
yeah, it does track that, but our group is run, walk, hike.
yeah,
So
we should do swimming. See if we get any weird swimmers out there.
Sprint.
yeah, swimming,
Yeah.
sure, why not? Okay, let's get back to the crew. We were talking earlier about remote fandom and Columbus expats. New York has a new supporter group, Crew York. So
I like
how are we gonna? I saw you guys talking about this. Are you guys gonna go to a game in New York?
We're going
Jersey?
for a concert for
Okay.
Refused
Oh,
in March
Yeah,
when we play New York City at home. We
So-
will be in New York.
I was so pumped. You're like, we
Ben
play
and
New
I.
York. I'm like, yes. And you're like, at home. I'm like, yeah. Wait. Oh, is it
so,
City or is it Red Bull?
City.
Dang.
So you might be able to like go to a bar.
We're gonna go to their baseball.
Hopefully
stadium
where Crew York is hanging out.
You're gonna go see the New York Yankees play
during
baseball.
the game. Yeah,
Okay.
I'll poop in
All
the
right.
urinal.
I'm assuming they would go to like the city games because it's not Crew Jersey,
That
Right.
that was my
right?
Hmm.
Was that yours? Were you going to say that, Trey?
I was. I'm not gonna say that.
That's what I was gonna say.
I was not going to say that.
Well, I had an idea. I like posted in the Reddit when I saw it. I was like, oh, sweet, and they had their emblem. And I was like, oh, you guys should. And someone was like, I'm gonna do shirts, and I was like, oh, you should do like I Heart New York, but have it be like I Hard Hat New York. And someone did the same thing, like I'm gonna do that, and I was like, yeah, I'd buy one of those.
Yeah.
I thought that was
Yeah,
pretty clever.
So that's great.
Surprised we didn't
I
have
know
one to begin with. I think there's a lot of
3-1
transplants.
crew
And
here in Chicago. I know we got a big group of supporters here. Do we know if there's like is there a big crew following in New York?
we're gonna find out.
There's 8.25 million people in New York. There's people who like everything.
Okay.
A lot of transplants. So
And then Haas. Let's circle back on Refused. They're playing.
Their last tour. Last tour ever.
Well, that's
So
what
they
said
say.
last time, right?
No, they will. The lead singer had a heart attack. He's like 51 or something like that. Doesn't drink, vegan, health nut, and had like a massive heart attack right before their last tour like a year ago. So I think they're done after this.
Not enough stress relief from drinking and
guarantee you
eating.
he's married.
Dennis Lixon.
He is. Dennis. I have
All
his disc golf disc. No big deal.
So he does disc golf. Well,
Oh,
that's
yeah,
where
he's
all the
sponsored by
stress is
Innova.
coming from.
Yeah.
Well, he's Swedish.
He is.
Yeah. All right.
The Swedish.
Hmm.
How do you spell Lexin? Or how do you say Lexin? Is it Lexin? Lixin?
Dennis Lixon.
Dennis Lixin.
We always said Lixon. But we
Dennis-
were high schoolers, so
Mort?
we didn't have any.
Richard
fucking clues.
Nixon.
No comment.
Okay.
Okay. What else we got? We got some new U20 players.
Yeah, so you guys talked about the players that got called up for the U.S. team. The U20s got announced, and we have two dudes.
US U20s.
U.S. U20s. Owen Presthis, which is great,
Mm-hmm.
and also Taha, which is awesome. And we were talking about, who was it, Trey? The striker, Chase.
Chase Adams.
Yeah. I was like, why isn't he on here? And then we looked up, and he's 16, so
Is so what?
It's a little
Is that
too
not
under
under
a little
20?
too young.
He should be playing for this team though. I mean, there's no reason why he couldn't play at a U20 level.
Yeah, I agree. Although looking at some of the players, let's see.
So Taha got the call up.
Yeah, Taha, Nolan. I mean, it's good to see him getting up there. We want to see both of those players mature into first team players this year.
Yeah, I would really like to see more of Taha taking the next step this year.
Yeah, I
That would
agree.
be exciting. He kind of needs it now. He comes to an age where he needs to get more regular playing time, at least regular, 10 minutes, 15 minutes here and there.
He needs more than that.
Yeah, but as a start, I mean, this year he got just a handful of games where he will come in at the end.
He needs a growth spurt.
It helped.
Hit the gym.
Yeah,
I'm sure he's not exercising.
Need 80-20.
He's 18. He's 6 foot.
80-20 book is for
He
old
does not
guys
seem
like,
6 foot.
like me.
It's the hair.
No, good luck to them. That's exciting that we get players representing us. That's never a bad thing.
No. I actually think we liquidated a lot of those Crew 2 guys in general. I think there's only like 7.
We liquidated.
Liquidated?
Quid.
Lixon.
Quid.
Dennis.
Okay. Dennis liquidation.
All right, let's circle back. Last week we were talking about the Nordeca board voting. I seem to know nothing about it.
Yeah. Most of the podcast last week is me screaming like, Ben put this together. I don't know. And I'm like, I know everything. No.
You shouldn't have faked your sickness. Yeah.
Oh man, I was doing kick flips and having fun in the hot tub.
We would have had more to talk about than Austin Powers 3. We could talk about So I Married an Axe Murderer if you want.
Never saw it, believe it or not.
Wow.
I know.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know.
Haggis. Okay.
Head down.
Yeah, we're not gonna do Mike Myers doing a Scottish accent, but talk about the Nordeca, Ben. Now's your chance.
Yeah,
What did we miss?
Voting's up now. It looks like they pretty much have somebody at least in every slot that needed filled. I don't know. I was going down that. I didn't have a choice. So voting is up until the 19th. So we have another week. So be sure to check it out. It seems like everybody that's running is awesome. Like even the people running.
Okay, so they didn't have candidates for all the positions last week.
Correct.
Now they do, and the voting is live. And we have definitely shared that link, right? Like I said, we were.
Yes.
We definitely did that.
Yeah. On
If you're a
Facebook.
Nordec member, you got a link in your email, and that's the only way to access voting. And currently, 189 ballots out of an eligible 1,185 have voted.
Wow.
Yeah,
16%.
But we can
That's about
we
right.
can kind of juice those numbers, right? Like
If you
election
were
buddy.
a Nordeca member for 2024, you can.
Always
Well, I
remember-
mean, it must be really difficult to vote for this, correct? You have to put a lot of effort in.
Open an email and click a link.
All right, people, do it. Come on, vote.
Yeah. I think there's probably only 3 there where there are people running against each other, but I don't know. Just do it up. I'm excited.
Please vote.
Yeah, and we're going to probably try to reach out to the people that win and have them on the pod to kind of go through what they envision this whole next year to be. I'll have to go out and grab them, but I think the only person
we've done
rerunning it is Ravi, right? I love that guy.
Do you
I
have-
saw
Yeah,
him.
he's
I was
awesome,
like,
though.
for partnerships.
Do you have any new guitars that you're shopping for that he might have?
Yeah, seriously. I see. I think Gibson R2. I'm looking for. I hit him up.
Hit him up. Welcome to the club.
Welcome to the club.
Okay, what else you got?
I think the last thing kind of on this whole whatchamadude is the preseason schedule. So they announced preseason,
It's a stretch to call it the preseason schedule because it doesn't say anything about who they're playing. They're just saying when they're going to be in Columbus and when they're going to be in California or Florida.
And
Kind
since
of
Nancy
like
has
saying we're gonna try to hit up the people who might win the Nordeca board elections.
since Nancy is coming to the team, no preseason has been aired. No games have been available to the public.
Yeah.
Wild. We're not playing any of those like cups or whatever, are we?
We can't tell from that schedule.
They're going to be in Columbus for this week. Then they go to Chula Vista in California, if that's still there.
Yeah, good point.
Yeah, I don't know where exactly that is because of the horrible fires out there.
City in California.
Yeah, from the
Should be fine.
15th to the 24th, and then they're going to be back a week again before they go another 10 days to Palm Beach, Florida. So, almost what I'm going to do for the next month and a half.
So I did see the team actually reported to the training facility today here in Columbus. So,
Are they practicing at historic Duncan Naughton Stadium?
yep. With the bubble.
What do they do with the Obet's facility? Is it just
Oh, I've been down there. They don't look as good as they used to. Not that they ever looked fantastic, but they have really kind of starting not to keep up with it. I've been playing. They play a lot of kids soccer down there now.
Oh, so the crew doesn't play down there.
No. If you have a chance to go to the old stadium, the historic Crew Stadium, and check out that facility they have there, it's fantastic. And on the looking north on the west side there's like four or five like full size field that are just perfect.
And that's where the first team practices, right?
Yes.
On those fields outside of the stadium because they're not turf.
Yeah, and on the winter now they have the bubble inside the stadium, so it's indoor on the turf on the old stadium. So it's really, really state of the art there. It's really nice. So
Yeah.
Okay, so we got some preseason activity happening. We probably can't watch it, but we'll be seeing some roster moves. We'll be seeing, the team getting in shape. We got like 6 weeks.
yeah,
till
if
opening
something
day.
happened, you will hear it here last.
Yeah.
Yeah, not first, second, third. We'll get around to it. I won't know, so I'll read it. I'll misread it, and then Ben will correct it if he's not faking his sickness. Yeah. So, what else was I going to ask you guys about? Trey, you are you ready for your cruise miss assignment?
Oh wow, I haven't thought about that.
No, nobody has brought me the jersey to try on.
Ooh, I got to
So
remember
let's talk
that.
about this. So last season, Trey was the worst at predicting how the crew was going to do.
Was that
And
only by
so-
like a point?
It wasn't by much.
I feel like it was. Yeah.
But it was the worst. And so
It was.
So we have a the punishment for said
Failure.
failure is
Sucking.
to last year Haas wore the we called it the queso kit. It was a homemade kind of gigantic green t-shirt that fit over a parka with Anthony Precourt on it, or there was some cheese or something. I don't know if it was pre-cheese.
I put his
or
head on a
what.
clown body.
Yeah. Well, the result was that no one really
No one
knew
got it.
what was going on. Yeah.
Nope.
The desired result is to draw ire from crew fans. So this year, Haas was able to procure
$15.
an Austin jersey on the cheap. Trey is going to go full team tuck it with shorts,
It's gonna be
jersey,
cold.
and I mean he can wear like a base layer if he wants.
He can have a Farsi. Farsi pants. on.
That's where I'm going with it.
Farsi pants. Okay.
Farsi pants.
So
I like
I've
farsi
got some
you're
like,
working
really
on.
nice
So,
like
so
silk
Trey's
underwear.
gonna wear.
Ooh,
Trey's
that's
gonna wear
what
an
I'm going
Austin
for.
kit to Cruise Miss this year, and so we don't have a jersey. It's just a blank jersey. Is there a number on it?
No name, no number.
We're
yeah,
gonna
but
put
if it-
something on the back. We got to think of if you can think
I
of
mean,
something to like put on
if
the
we
back.
can get it to Morgan in time if he's willing.
Oh,
he's
that's a great idea. So what do you want to put on it? Could we go around and
Maybe save it. I can't.
We got to
No,
come up with something and put it up for a vote.
Well, should we just? No.
I think we need to throw some ideas out there. I mean, does anybody have like anything they're thinking of at all?
I thought originally I wanted the last name to be Precourt on the back, but I don't. It's one of those things at this point where I'm like, I think it's just we don't acknowledge. We just don't acknowledge them. Like we just move on. Like get out of here.
Mm-hmm.
So I couldn't think of a number.
Wolf.
You could do Wolf.
No, it's got to be some
'Cause he's-
silly pants. We could just do upper 90,
Yeah, I was thinking about that because that kind of explains.
but I don't
it.
even want our stuff.
Associated with it.
Yeah,
No, it's a. I think everybody at this point understands when somebody loses a fantasy football league
Sucker
or
90.
yeah.
they're doing something as a punishment. I think if you put it out there, you put the QR code where the number would be, you put, first loser or whatever it may be as the name or upper 90
or put
club.
butt pics, and then have a QR code, and then be like rolling the dice. Or maybe just put roll the dice ? You asked me to spitball. I got tiny, and I haven't even been drinking.
I just can't believe you didn't recommend
So-
69.
I've been. I was gonna say that.
I think you should have a 19 on the back for 2019 or something.
Maybe
Okay,
16,000. I'm just.
Wasn't it 19 the year they announced? No, was that the year they said?
It was 17.
17.
17. Yeah,
Yeah.
19 was the saving, of course, because that's 5 year.
Well,
We'll
anyway,
come up with
so
something.
Well,
Trey,
yeah.
it sounds like you're not really ready. That's okay.
I need to find the jersey.
Maybe
Mentally,
we
he's
could-
ready. He's ready to go.
Do
We're
you-
just not
okay.
ready.
So let me
Mint-
let me ask one more
mentally.
question. Then I think we're done. We talked last season, and then we've harkened back frequently to the question that everyone's asking.
Everyone's asking.
Not gonna do it.
Many people want to know. Where's the garlic bread? Should we make garlic? Should we make it happen? And could we find the person who asked the question?
That would
Deliver
be
the garlic bread.
I probably, but if we make garlic bread, it was for her kids. We should just not don't say anything, but just hand garlic bread to kids at games. Like do the
Not
Lord's
creepy.
work. You know what I mean?
Full loaf.
Uncooked. Take this.
Yeah,
It'll be like how they used to have those little bangy things to make noise. Do you remember those? Okay, Just glad
Hand
this
out
is an audio
smoked
medium.
sausage. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, giving the kids the bangy things is okay. Let's just not give them the vuvuzelas.
Yeah. I always kind of like
Giving the kids the horns is the worst.
What,
The
the slap
worst.
clappers?
Oh, speaking of which, I got one of those horn cups for Christmas. Have you seen these things?
No.
You comes with one of the things you blow on it. And it makes
Just keep talking.
Did you
Morten.
say
Go ahead.
horn
No, he said it comes when you blow on it.
yeah.
or corn?
It's one of those cups that makes a vuvuzela sound when you blow into it.
Okay,
Most
Have you
do.
seen- yeah.
I've never heard of that.
No, so
Do you
Is
guys?
it a conch shell?
Question I
Yes,
have
kind
is:
of.
do you think we should keep some of this episode?
Assemble! No, it's got to go. We'll just re-release the Hot Ones episodes.
All right.
Hey, why
gotta
I got
go,
everybody's
Kurt.
attention?
Oh.
No one's listening.
I tried.
No one's
I
listening.
tried. Go ahead.
Oh, no, I'm totally listening.
I am playing a show Saturday, Weezer cover band at
You
Rumba.
have chosen the worst time
No,
to
no.
put up this.
Dad, if you're out there, son's doing medium.
Oh, Hold
Send
on.
me the new password.
What is
Send me the new cable password.
Ohio
When is
State
it
has
back-
not won 128 straight games against in-state opponents. It's closer to 50 or 52, but still, point proven.
Why did you say that 128 number?
Because
To prove a point.
they beat Oberlin.
57 times, and the rest was the rest of Ohio, or what?
No, it was on one of the things I was reading.
I want to hear about Ben's concert.
I think they
Can you
won
please tell me?
128 to 0
That's
against
odd.
Oberlin at some point.
I'm not
Cut
even sure
all-
if there's
yeah.
ticket left.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we're kind of a big
You're just
deal.
being coy now.
To what? Oh, to
Show
your
on
band?
Saturday,
concert.
yeah. And if you're in Cleveland,
Oh, right.
Tommy's coming out.
To the concert?
Tommy's coming out.
You guys
Pinker
playing at
Tones.
Brown Stadium?
Yeah, the Pinkertones. Yeah, we cover both the all of the Blue record and all of Pinkerton. It's a lot of fun. We're really loud.
I don't know why you're jumping on this Haslam bandwagon of bringing all the shows up to Cleveland. And I don't know why you're choosing to promote this show
Why do you
after
hate
we've
Columbus?
already lost our last remaining listener. So
Sorry, Dad.
He did not.
Don, send the cable password. We all need it.
He doesn't know it. He told me tonight. He's like, I don't know.
He
It's
doesn't
Grandpa. I'm
know
like,
it.
Not.
Okay. All right. Well, we're gonna need to get that figured out. Until we do, go Crew. What time is it? Yeah, good time. Thanks everyone for joining the club. We hope you'll listen next week and every week, even in the off season, to celebrate or commiserate. We'll save you a seat. If you like this podcast, please give us 5 stars and subscribe. You can email us at upper90clubpod@gmail.com. That's upper90clubpod@gmail.com. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at upper90clubpod. Go Crew!
I do like the idea of a club of Garys. The Garyans.
Do they call
Are you a
themselves?
member of the Garyans?
It's a lunch club. Hungarians.
Hi, I'm Gary. I'm Gary.
Morten Kombat.
That's the
Morten
collateral
Kombat.
damage. What are you doing here, Oz? You're too good for us. You're too good for us.
Morten Kombat. Mort's not laughing.